Take 69 because nice. World, what it do? Coming through. Video, review, kind of. So, gonna do a quick little run through, well, as quick as I can do it. Uh, rip. Of my jerseys, and then just go over them and compare them and talk about them, and yeah, and maybe someone has done this before, compared the jerseys and the brands and whatnot, but I'm not them, so get it. Let's start with first within reach. It wasn't. There's closer, but I'm going with it. We got Reebok. So, and I don't know background or whatnot. I'm not a historian. Fucking Reebok. NHL used them at one point. We got the 2011 Winter Classic. As for if this is authentic or not, couldn't tell ya. Got it back in high school. Bought it from a friend. Yeah, but then we got this Reebok, which I purchased in 2017, maybe. It's been a minute, guys. But Winter Classic Stadiums here. It says it on the patch. 2017. I'm a genius. So yeah, purchased this at the game. As for if other brands were available, as like Fanatics, maybe, I guess, if they were popping off at that time, I don't recall. Either way, Reebok. This is authentic as it was purchased at the game. I mean, at least I would hope they're selling authentic products for hundreds of dollars. I guess I could do a quick little. No. Yes. No. Alright, let's keep it moving real quick and then we'll get back to it. So we got Reebok on the list. We do got Starter, of course, obviously. No, just kidding, not obvious. But if you're a G, you rocking the Starter. We got the Starter in the back, so we keeping it funky fresh all night long. Classic 90s. I have like 4 different Starter jerseys, so maybe we can compare them and see what's going on. We do got the Life of the Party, which everyone's talking about, all the cool kids. We do got Fanatics. This is the only Fanatics jersey I have. I bought this at the Stadium Series in 2019. It wasn't 2019. I'm tripping. It was 2019. Time is just fucking going out the window. So yeah, I did purchase this at the game. It was the only brand available because I definitely would have not got Fanatics if there was another option. So it is what it is. Everybody be hating. I was hating, but maybe I've had a change of heart. We'll see what's up when we get to it. Again, we got other starters. Obviously, Penguins. You can maybe see the theme here. So, be interesting. Talk about them. Yogs, Fusha, all the hoes. They know. I had my jerseys stacked on top of a fan and it just collapsed like London Bridge. So there's that. Where are we at? So we got Starter, and then now we're back to the present. We got the Adidas Penguins third jersey. I believe it's their third jersey. So we can compare this with the old school Starter. That's always nice. And then Adidas, they were doing this classics of certain teams. So got another Pittsburgh Penguins, obvious. Awesomeness always. So do have this CCM. This was the first jersey I purchased when I started working at 18 years old. as far as if it is authentic CCM, couldn't tell ya. I purchased this 2012 eBay, the go-to, the GOAT. But yeah. So I mean, we could just compare it and talk about it. It's been through some things. I was just looking. There's no fight strap, so I guess that means it's not authentic. I don't remember. I don't know what year the fight strap came in. And then again, we got Adidas with the Penguins Winter Classic 2023. I was there. I bought this online as soon as it was released. Normally, I would have purchased it at the game, but I had the option to make payments. So why drop the hundreds at once when I could pay it off over time? Because I'm a cheap bastard. And then this is some mystery brand. There's no name brand on it. It just says NHL product. Tag says made to the specifications of the NHL. It was bought on the Penguins fan site. It was on sale. I bought it for my son. Of course, way too big. It's a child small. He's a toddler, so I don't know what I was thinking. But it's kind of interesting. We can compare the Adidas to whatever this is. It's already ahead in the game, though. It freaking has the patch on it. This doesn't have the Winter Classic patch on it. What a rip. Ridiculous. Adidas, I'm coming for you. So, then we got the Adidas first batch of reverse retro Adidas. I got a few Adidas jerseys. They've been the thing for the past couple of years. So, compare the Adidas. We'll compare the CCM, the fucking Reebok. We got Fanatics. So we got Starter. We up in here. Don't have Coho. That was like a subterranean of CCM, I'm pretty sure. So, and just the last couple. I got another Starter, and then Adidas, the second reverse retro, and then the throwback for the Mighty Ducks. 30-year anniversary. 30 years. It's been a minute, guys. A while. That's a long time. 30 years. I'm getting old. So, yeah. Got Starter, CCM, Reebok, Adidas. Let's go through them, see what's going on. I would throw this in there, but it's football, so it doesn't count. It is Nike, though, so it is different. But, I got these in my hands. Let's just run them through. There are 3 different jerseys. This is 90s Starter. It is a thicker cotton material. Like before the jerseys like the current material jerseys, this is what you would think of for a hockey jersey, at least if you're a hockey player, I guess. I don't know. This is what I would think of for jersey material. Thickish, kind of. It's thick and thin. But I don't know. I honestly, these are probably my favorite jerseys. The Starter, like classic, the Pittsburgh Penguins '95 original, like that. Honestly, is top tier favorite jersey. Gotta love it. Stitching, so that's always good. I had a jersey before. It was a Penguins CCM, but it was like heat pressed or whatever, so like it peeled off, like all the patches peeled off. So that wasn't cool. That's the only jersey I ever had that the patches peeled off. So 90s compared to current, or this is, they just, I mean, obviously you can't feel it through this fucking camera, but It's just two different materials. I guess the jerseys itself is two different materials on the Adidas. It's like a meshy and then different mesh. I'm not good at fucking describing, guys. I'm trying my best here so you can get the fucking picture of all the jerseys that are out there. Every single one in the world. Yeah, you like jerseys? We'll name every single one. Let's get it. But then we got the... I'm just seeing if there's a difference between, like, this Mickey Mouse fucking clubhouse and this thing. So, like, the materials are kind of the same. Like, you're looking up and close at, like, the stitching. The Mighty Ducks one is, I guess, stitching. What would you call this texture? Is that it's stitched together, fucking in a textile? Like, is that how clothing is produced? I actually played a men's league game in this jersey. I felt like a clown. I didn't have a green jersey. My team was green, so I had no choice but to I whipped this baby out. I felt like a star, man, a star. Just kidding, I did terrible. It's a nice jersey, though. These are definitely more airy and thin feeling. Whereas we got the first round, and all my jerseys, maybe not all of them, but most of them, they got wear and tear. Like, I wear them, they have a life. So, like, this, you can, like, actually see through the holes. Maybe that's just because it's white. Like, no, I guess, no, these are actually, they are pretty much, like, the same style, like the jersey itself, with just, like, different colors. So, like, they technically, I guess, are the same pattern, would be the phrasing. So maybe that's just like a generic. That's what they're doing with the jerseys. So I don't have an original Mighty Ducks jersey from the movie, so I can't compare that. But as for this, if you're looking at it, this is supposed to be from the 90s. Well, I guess they're both 90s style, maybe, since this is the reverse retro. This is supposed to be 90s based. But okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Just look at the layout, though. Like, the layouts, they're different jerseys, but, like, the layout is the same. So, like, they just have a template, and then they're putting the colors and then the crest on the front, or logo, or whatever. So it's pretty interesting investigation we got going on here. But then I guess the difference here, we have like this mesh where this is not mesh. It's like the same, but you can see the collars. The collars are the same. So it's interesting. I'm fucking just faded up in here. We going off the dome, bruh. It do be like that sometimes. But then, yeah, we got the freaking reverse retro. It's a little different since it doesn't have the striping, but like otherwise it's general same. And then this doesn't have a shoulder logo, whereas this does have a shoulder logo. But I guess if it's based off the other jersey, it would make sense. So I guess the only real thing we can do is bust out the starter for the cross, and we can compare the crisscross applesauce. You can't compare these two as they're two different jerseys. This is its own creation. It would be more based off the white. So I guess we'll get back to this. Hold your horses. I'm just a mess here, folks. So, put these down, and we're just making freaking love. Let's compare these right here. So we got a starter, and then we got Adidas. We got old school. We got current elementary little baby pissing its pants. So this, okay. So I've never like put these up side by side or anything, but so I guess yeah, it does have the striping. I've never paid attention and just I've been like taking the time, but the collar is definitely, it doesn't have the stripe. I guess kind of has the striping in the collar. This is more prominent, but this is more of like the current style. As far as the crest, they didn't change anything about it. I get maybe the yellow. Yeah, the yellow's a little bit different. You can see the yellow's a little bit different in the current one. But yeah, I guess they didn't have shoulder patches on this one. It's on the cross that they got the shoulder patches. So no shoulder patches. The V on the sleeves are deeper on the older ones, so that makes the number lower. Interesting. Thanks, guys, for coming with me on this journey. Thanks for coming. Material-wise, this is roomier. This is like a thicker feeling. It was just thicker back in the day. We like them thick. So that's pretty cool. I guess we're gonna mix it up and go with these Reebok. This is supposedly 2011. I got this in 2011. So as far as being authentic or not, I couldn't tell you. It could be bootleg for all you know, AliExpress or some shit. But you'll never know unless you're like some sort of professional. It's sewn on. It seems pretty legit. It does remind me of the starter jersey material. Like, maybe I said this already, but like when you think of a jersey, this is the material you think of before they switched over to being thin and airy. This is the beginning of the thin, I guess, compared to the CCM. And I haven't brought it up really, Fanatics, though. But when it comes to like thickness, starter is definitely a thicker material, and this Reebok is thick. Again, 2011, 2017. What did I say? 2017, 2015. Right? 2017, guys. I'm freaking tripping. So this one is a little bit more airy. Like I said, that's when they're going towards it, and this is a thicker material. And this is just for the Stadium Series. They did have like a yellow version of this, but it was a little bit different. My son actually, I'm pretty sure he has that jersey, but it's the kids version, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, and then Reebok was out the window. You can't really see it, but there's like these black splotches. I have no idea where it came from. Like, it was in storage, and when I took it out of storage, it was there. So maybe it was mold, but nothing else was like this. So very strange. And those are both Reebok with a 6-year period difference. So it's interesting to see that it was thicker, and then they were gradually working on making them thinner and airier. Whereas this Fanatics, which was purchased in 2019 at the game, I was at both these games. The first one in Pittsburgh, and then the second one in Philly. Like I said before, this Fanatics one was the only one that was available. You'll notice, I think this is the only jersey. Hold on. Yeah. So this Fanatics one and the No Name brand one, the little kid one, are the only jerseys that have the little insomnia on the front. So again, this is Fanatics, and it's just look at the difference from 2 years going from Reeboks to Fanatics. Again, like I said, this was the only option available. They didn't have Reeboks at the time. They weren't partnered up with Adidas yet, I don't believe, or it might have just been the beginning. But there was no other option when it came to getting at the game. So this is definitely thinner than the Reebok, and it feels more like the Adidas, like a sporty jersey, like just a thin sports jersey. And when I bought this, I literally wore it the day after I got it, and then I didn't wear it since. I didn't like it until recently. I just whipped it out, put it on, and I'm like, this actually isn't bad. And people hate on them. I guess maybe there's errors, shit happens. Otherwise, I don't really have anything negative to say about this, besides the fact that I bought Kessel, and then like a couple months later he was traded. I should have saw that coming though, so that's funny. Iron Man, Feel the Thrill, Hot Dog Machine. Of course, these had the patches on it, but the Winter Classic doesn't have the patches. Thin area, I feel like this you could play a game in and it would be perfectly fine. I'm getting long-winded here, so I'm gonna fucking cut it short at 30, I think. But let's compare. These are both the 2023 Winter Classic. This is Adidas. This is No Name. Off the back, you could see like they have like the little part right here. This one's definitely more meshier on the kids' jersey. The blues, you can't, it's kind of hard to tell with this stupid light, but it's two different tones of blue. The laces, they're two different types of laces for Adidas, and that the crest is a plastic, where this is just a little patch. Though the No Name one has the Winter Classic patch, and then the Adidas one, which I paid way more for, doesn't. So that's kind of a joke. The back, you got Adidas. There's nothing on the back here. You got the fight strap on the Adidas. No fight strap. And as far as like feeling them side by side, can't really tell too much of a difference. Though this, it's kind of has a more thick feeling, whereas the other Adidas jerseys are kind of more airy. So that's interesting. But yeah, we got both those for comparisons. I'm just running through it, folks. Like running through. I'll just do a couple more real quick. You got this CCM, and again, it's a thicker feel.